The dicastery that I'm honored to represent is tasked with the promotion of integral human development. In his motto proprio Humanam Progressionem, Pope Francis stated that the Church is called to promote the integral human development of a human person in the light of the Gospel. This development takes place by attending to the inestimable good of justice, peace, and chaos creation. With this broad ecclesial mission, the Holy Father clarified the mandate of our dicastery, so that the Holy See may be solicitous in these areas, as well as in those regarding health and charitable works. I institute the dicastery for promoting integral human development. The concept of integral human development has its root in the encyclical letter Populorum Progressio, issued by Pope St. Paul VI in 1967. In God's plan, every man is born to seek self-fulfillment, for every human life is called to some task by God. Number 15 of Populorum Progressio. Integral human development is therefore a real vocation, which implies personal responsibilities. Endowed with intellect and free will, each man is responsible for his self-fulfillment, even as he is for his salvation. Utilizing only his talent and willpower, each man can grow in humanity, enhance his personal worth, and perfect himself. I quote number 15. The idea of integral human development is not restricted to the immanent domain, which is determined by place and time, since for the Christian perspective, it aims to fully encompass life, see John 10:10, which will be granted during the second coming of Jesus Christ. United with the life-giving Christ, man's life is newly enhanced. It acquires a transcendent humanism which surpasses its nature and bestows new fullness of life. This is the highest goal of human self-fulfillment. Number 16 of Populorum Progressio. Integral human development is not only an individual enterprise. It has a strong community component, since it entails the fulfillment of the whole human family, present and future. It is not just certain individuals, but all men who are called to further the development of human society as a whole. Therefore, we cannot disregard the welfare of those who will come after us to increase the human family. Number 17. In summary, integral human development refers to the total fulfillment of a whole person and all persons in light of the gospel and in line with the social doctrine of the Church. Such a development must coincide with the realization of God's plan for every single human being and for the human family as a whole. Integral human development should be ensured to all with no exception. Nobody should be left behind. This is why particular attention should be paid to the most vulnerable ones, who are normally forgotten or neglected. As Pope Francis often recalls, the Church has a mission to ensure the least, the last, and the lost are always included. In our day, the Church is called to go out into the streets of every existential periphery in order to heal wounds and to seek out the straying, without prejudice or fear, without proselytizing, but ready to widen her tent to embrace everyone. Among those dwelling in those existential peripheries, we find many migrants and refugees, displaced persons and victims of human trafficking, to whom the Lord wants his love to be manifested and his salvation preached. The nexus between migration and development is not limited to the inclusion of the most vulnerable ones. As a number of scholars have highlighted, many contemporary migration flows result from the lack of development, meaning the absence of the necessary conditions to achieve self-fulfillment and the fulfillment of one's own family. To such an extent, in his message for the World Day of Migrants and Refugees number 109, the Holy Father states, conflicts, natural disasters, or more simply the impossibility of living a dignified and prosperous life in one's native land is forcing millions of people to leave. Scores of scholars consider that migration develop a nexus from a different perspective, focusing on the positive impact, real or potential, of international migration on local development. While well-grounded evidence would confirm the argument, the development impact of international migration is generally measured only at the economic level, with little consideration to family, social, and ethical implications. As mentioned, integral human development entails an indispensable collective component due to its relationship with the nature of human life. Migration is shaping new multicultural societies, challenged by diversity. There is a need to promote social cohesion, meaning connectedness, shared values, and solidarity. The culture of encounter proposed by Pope Francis is a powerful tool towards social cohesion, looking for the construction of an ever wider we. Today's migration, I quote, "Today migration movements offer an opportunity for us to overcome our fears and to let ourselves be enriched by the diversity of each person's gifts. Then, if we so desire, we can transform borders into privileged places of encounter, where the miracle of an ever wider we can come about." Thank you.